Let's get on with the details of those stories and more. It's been a very, very busy day for investigative journalist Anas Anas and his opponent Kennedy Agyapong, who is Member of Parliament for Asin Central. The two have been on radio stations trading allegations of corruption against each other. No wonder the name Anas is number 3 on the Twitter trends in Ghana this afternoon. Today we've had an exclusive interview with Kennedy Agyapong, and we'll be bringing that to you shortly. And Anas himself was also on the Super Morning show on Joy FM. First, here is a report from yesterday's screening of Kennedy Agyapong's documentary, Who Watches the Watchman?
1.9 million from where? Who did they take it from? And he started telling me how the people came here, they were working with them, and how, so at that time, they buy me with $100,000. Because he somehow relates to me. Somehow, I don't know. So the two of them. No, it was the Baba. He now wanted to fight for himself.
The prosecutor also inquires from the ace investigative journalist how much she is to be paid, and Anas assures her.
Told me the amount transferred to me $5,000.
The prosecutor tells Anas how they all want money, and the ace journalist exclaims, "Exactly." She goes ahead to tell the journalist how it is important for them to twist the evidence he has gathered to suit his presentation.
You want to exactly. Money, so that's the reason why I have to know what evidence you have, and then you tune it in to suit the presentation you have to do in court.
Anas also tells the prosecutor he paid the then Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Edupoko, on behalf of the suspects.
They have, because I went with the police. I then Edupoko was then the CIA. So I met him and I gave him $75,000.
I do believe that, and a lot of Ghanaians believe that Kennedy Agyapong, as far as I'm concerned, is simply the best. Because there is nothing that Kennedy Agyapong has said in this country that has never come to pass. Kennedy Agyapong has said a whole lot of things, and all of them have come to pass. Let's start from 2000, and when he started with Woyomi issue, people insulted him day in and day out, yet it came to pass. When he started on the issue of Jida, people insulted him, but at the end of the day, Supreme Court has ruled, and of course, people are in prison right now. I'm very optimistic that the special prosecutor watched this video.
All right,
and
thank
this
you.
is something that the Attorney General must take very keen interest in it.
If you can take $100,000 and make a case, basa. If you can give $5,000 to a police CID, to a prosecutor and make a case basa. If you can give $75,000 to a police CID, Mr. Opoku, to make a case basa, what can we describe such a person? Because right from the one that we said that the way Anas is going by his investigation is not the right way. Now Kennedy Agyapong has proved to the whole world that Anas is now the most corrupt person on this planet Earth.
For me, in fact, there was enough evidence to show that there was some level of commitment. Because if Anas could confess that, in fact, he wants to give his booty, this is the booty for the CID, this is the booty for himself. But I watch Anas, I've watched Who Watches the Watchman, and it is clear and it is evidential that there is some iota of truth in what Kennedy Agyapong has shown.
Ernest Menu with that report from last night. Well, the Asin Central MP Kennedy Agyapong says he will push for the arrest of investigative journalist Anas Anas, as he maintains he has evidence to back bribery allegations he made against Anas.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, Mr. Agyapong. Last night's showing of Who Watches the Watchman has sparked a lot of conversation this morning. What exactly are you hoping to be the outcome of this video?
Well, my main motive is to get justice for everybody. Knowing the other side of Ghanaians will be the best judges. Okay? What I'm seeking to achieve is that Anas does not have any moral right to even call somebody corrupt for taking 5 cedis when he can take bribe of $100,000. when he can take bribe of $50,000, when he can bribe a police officer $75,000, when he can bribe a prosecutor to kill a case $5,000. Who is this guy then to go and set judges up that they took 500 Ghana cedis and their lifetime education and profession, they've lost everything. Some have died, some have stroked. I have a custom officer who brought his file to me yesterday, my brother. He said, I was 2IC in Temaport. A boy put 5 Ghana cedis on my table, capture it, and they said, I've taken 5 cedis bribe. A 2IC, how can I take 5 cedis bribe? And the guy, when they did their investigation, the committee, the recommendation was that he should be suspended for 6 months. But the man is home for 7 years. Do you think Anas is fair? I have evidence of some custom officers that paid and he didn't bring their names. I have evidence. You did undercover story about a medical doctor in Medina, abortion. He did the same thing in Kolebu, a doctor who does that in his own house. My brother, you need to see the video. It's so nasty. If Anas had not taken money and brought this out, it would have been a wonderful piece.
So how do you have evidence that he took money to conceal these stories?
Yes.
What's the evidence?
The evidence is simple. From what I showed yesterday, because he himself admitted that he took $100,000, he went to convince. And what is dangerous about this guy's moves is that the Dubai company, Omega Strategic Service, employ your service to track these people down for them. They paid you. You track the people down, you strike a deal with them, take monies, and quash the case. So my question is, the 55 custom officers, why did he leave some of them and brought only 11? When I also have evidence in the video, the guys are taking monies. One lady was dancing, oh yeah, we know. Then they dropping one CD. I have a guy in the video who said, look, the guy gave him money and said, excuse look, you think we are joking here? Then he put his head on the table until the guy dropped 10 notes. Why didn't you bring? He has not been fair to Ghanaians and some people that their family are now suffering. One Justice Poku died of aneurysm because he couldn't sustain the disgrace Anas caused him. So now, if the whole world...
Sorry, an aneurysm, I don't know, aneurysms can be caused by many things. How are you sure that it was caused by this?
Yeah, pressure, yeah. He was thinking, brain pie, the brain got best. Because of pressure, when you think with stress and everything, some people can't contain it.
Well, some aneurysms are caused by other conditions. I'm just wondering whether you have evidence.
I am also telling you that it is also part of it's also a cause that leads to aneurysm. When you think too much and the pressure is on you, you are stressed, yes, it can cause that.
For the benefit of those who haven't had the opportunity to see Who Watches the Watchman, let's interrogate what you have shown. You know, there is a conversation in there between somebody who you say is Anas and a prosecutor, and you say that this conversation reveals that they took some bribes.
He himself said it. He himself said it. And look, I want you to correct your way. Are you telling me that Anas, who came here this morning on your show, you don't know him, to say that in the video perceived to be Anas?
Well, his face was covered when he came.
Is my face covered? With all what I'm saying, is my face covered? The guy knows what he's doing is not right. Let me ask you a question. A judge who sentences somebody to death, does he cover his face? A judge who sentenced somebody to 50 years imprisonment, does he cover his face? Why is this guy covering his face?
Okay, so you don't understand why he protects his identity. Is that not what he needs for his job, for the job he does?
What job?
Undercover journalism.
Undercover journalist. You see only the undercover journalists in the world? Is that how they go about it? I have traveled far and wide, and I watch my three famous that I watch: Investigation Discovery, then National Geographic, and CNN. These are my favorite things. So I know how investigations are conducted, and his is completely wrong. Besides that, I am saying that if I'm pointing finger at you that you are corrupt, I should make sure I'm clean. He who calls for equity must come clean. That is all I'm saying.
So we're talking about the video and whether or not what you have shown constitutes.
You know what I did? I know this thing will come up. So what I did was that I've done my work well. I got a picture of him when the Chief Justice was swearing him as a lawyer. Put it there. Everybody saw the face. Then we went ahead to show for them to see if the same person talking is not the one the Chief Justice sworn him into office or as a lawyer. And you see, a lot of people know this guy. Don't think he's invisible. A lot of people know him. Why is it that? Let me tell you, I'll ask you a question. How many times has Anas come on air, Joy FM, even to explain? Today from here, he's going to another place. I'm monitoring. Why? If he's not worried, if he's not worried, why would he be going around now talking?
Well, he's been talking about so many things, not responding to you in particular.
Yeah, because he's afraid to respond to the evidence I brought. And you know what? I'm not taking it lightly. I will make sure today or tomorrow I get him arrested.
Why is this so important to you?
It's important to me because Kwaku Baku is annoying me. Kwaku Baku is portraying himself as the most intelligent journalist in this country and rubbishing everything that I'm doing. So I'll make sure, now that Ghanaians understand that the guy took the money, I'll make sure if you say that you gave a bribe of $75,000 to a police officer, it's obstruction of justice. If you say that you gave $5,000, you transfer $5,000 to state attorney's account, so you should go and check. And truly, the case was squashed because you, the prosecutor, failed to go to court. You, Anas, investigator, failed to go to court. The lawyer failed to go to court for want of prosecution. I have it here on my phone. Then you turn around and say that a judge who sat on that case and throw it away is corrupt. And now he has a stroke. He lives at Achimota. My brother, it's a serious issue. I'll get justice for all those judges. I'll get justice for all those custom officers. I'll get justice for every Ghanaian that Anas has maltreated in this country. I'll put my life on the line and defend the truth because I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. You can trace whatever I'm saying, but I know my truth and my God will always vindicate me.
So are you going to respond to the writ that you picked up?
I've already gone to court and taken it myself. I didn't wait for them to serve me.
So you'll be able to prove everything you said about it?
In a basket of evidence.
Well, we await that basket of evidence from Kennedy Agyapong when this matter finally is brought before a judge.
A basket of evidence there. Well, Anas says that he has never taken a bribe to do a story and is not intimidated by what he describes as distractions he is facing because of his work. He spoke earlier on the Super Morning Show. Listen.
Thought that I was going to see a film because that's all I was made to believe, that I'm in a film taking cash, $100,000. Where is that film? Where is it? Where did it go? People talk. They talk. I want to prove my innocence. So what have I done? I've put all these cases together. I've asked my lawyers, Cromwell Gray, go to court. Let's establish it. Whoever has said that, at the end of the day, we'll all be in court. The media will be there. All of us will be there. Questions will be answered.
So what happened in that investigation?
Well, I think that because it's a subject of courts, I'm not going to go into the details of the investigation because it's prejudicial, but the facts will all play out nicely. Like I said, there are people, there are human beings who are alive, who are in the story. There are records at the Registrar General's department. Nobody goes to take bribe at the Attorney General's department. Nobody does. You can only go there to do a pre-trial conference. All the records, fortunately, are there. All the videos are there in the docket. So why are we rushing? It's all going to play out. And very soon, all this will pop out. I have said, I have never, and get it on record, never taken a bribe from anybody to do a story. Why would I? At the end, what would I get? That's why I was the first to go to court, to ask the accusers. Let them prove it. I mean, what's all this? What do these people do? I call them the hot air blowers. The first thing they will do, especially if they have their names in the story, when you are not even looking there, they will attack the story, the substance that you have put out. That's the first thing they do. When they realize that the substance is very tight, they cannot get through, then they say, okay, number two, let's go after his credibility. Let's distort it. Let's create ambiguity. So that when people get the story, they will say, well, we don't even believe it. No, when they come at you, stay focused. All they want you to do is to switch on from that substantive story and give them attention. You should never do that.
Okay.
Now, when they go through this second process of attacking your credibility and they realize that it's also watertight, they have to look for the third one. The third one is simple. We will kill you if you publish. It's normal. The Lejiwa, Zongo, it's the same tradition.
So you've had death threats after this one?
Many of it.
From
many.
Who?
But
Who?
Reporters Without Borders have issued a statement. In New York, statements have been issued. GJ has issued a statement. NMC has issued a statement. Look, what is happening is an attack on journalism, not the personality. If I'm no more, if I die today, my colleagues will continue. Nobody is going to dictate the work I do to me. I decide. People just sit in their houses and they say, okay, Anas, where's the parliament investigation? Anas, where's the hospital investigation?
Where is
Anas,
it?
where's the Galamsey? For God's sake, it takes time to put things together. I have, it's when you think about it, you ask yourself what they really want to achieve. It's not the fact that you have jumped on air to ask me a question that where is this investigation? It means that investigation must come out. Same person. If I came and I got anything wrong, that same person will be the first person to go to court. Let me repeat to you. After what I have gone through in my investigative undercover work, after all those cross-examinations, after all the schools I have gone to, I'll be stupid to follow somebody's comments. And because of that, I come out with a story. I will make sure I prepare well, because at the end of the day, if I'm sued, you won't be there to help me. I have to be there to defend myself. So those who say I have removed them, let them prove it. Who I have removed, when I removed that person, and for what purpose I removed that person. But again, nobody will force me to come out. I come out when I think I have a watertight issue. I think that nobody can poke things into it. So nobody will control me. If that person feels so strongly that he wants to see a Galamsey story, please, go ahead. You to do yours.
But some say your delay in this is a part of your selectivity in bringing out work.
Look, I wish Kwetenate and others were here. When we are looking for money to do investigation, our media houses, you will complain. How many times haven't your reporters come to you and say, boss, I need this, and you have not been able to provide? Yet, we want to listen to the general public because they say they want to see. Then we go and bundle something out and put it there. That will lead to mediocre journalism. Look, we have to be able to, our work ought to be able to stand the test of time. Our work must have depth. Our work must be such that people will learn from it. If we are going to focus on what people think should happen and not happen, we are not going to go anywhere.
Anas Anas earlier on the Super Morning Show with Daniel Darcy. So, a former Director General of the Criminal Investigation Department was mentioned, COP Frank Edupoku. Well, he is denying that he ever took any money from Anas Anas. Anas, in that video that we're talking about as ahead, was heard to have alleged that he gave the former CID boss $75,000 to release a criminal suspect. But speaking on Adom FM's morning show, just on SEM today, COP Edupoku said he was shocked at the allegation.